All right, so let's get right into it here tonight. Last time I told you guys in our last how to handle hard trades, I told you that in this next video we were going to be walking through some more trade videos specifically from our members. So if you would like your trades to be reviewed by me, you can head over here into our Discord channel chat on the left hand side. You're going to be looking for that section where it says videos for review right here, trade vids for review. If you want me to review your trades like we're about to do right now, you can head on right over there. Tonight we're going to head back in here to one of our members and let's take a peek. Put together a neat little intro here for it. Let's get right into it. Let's do a review of those trades. How you can anticipate what is going to happen when that setup shows up and follow your plan. All right, I like that intro. Very cool, very cool. Thanks for that. Oh, first thing I already see is a headshot coming in here. Getting right to it. Headshot power dot around king timing. I like this already. I can already smell this. It smells really yummy. Now, this is going to be a little bit trickier than the one before. If you watched the previous video, if you didn't watch that video, go back and watch the one right before this one talking about hard trades. This one, what do we have here? Let's do them in our proper colors here. I've got green, okay? Histogram, green, histogram, green. Uh-oh, histogram. A lot of green, but we've gone shifted to red. So what do we have here when this occurs? Let's talk about this pop quiz. What do we got? Okay, NQ, one of our fastest. Oh, let me get myself out of the way here. Yeah, you guys see this on the bottom left? It's kind of behind my little logo there. I'll pull that off here in just a moment. But this on the left, red and red. What does that mean? We kind of got out of 4. We've got a divide of 2 and 2. When this happens, what does this mean? This means we are kind of neutral. Anything goes. Write that down. If we are neutral, anything goes. What is the MACV ultimate? He's not showing this in the video, okay? But what is the MACV ultimate? Not to be confused with regular MACV ultimate. What is the ultimate? This is for the 4 E-minis that we are primarily trading here in our room. Again, this does not apply if you're trading crude oil or gold or crypto or stocks, but this is for the futures E-mini folks. Your ultimate oscillator here for all 4 of these is going to be very dictated, like just straight up just shows you right there. So the MACVU here would be what color? It's going to be yellow, right? So we're going to have the MACV ultimate going to be sitting there showing a big yellow section, so this is semi-neutral. So 2 and 2, that's going to be a neutral setting. So can he take a long? Yes. Could he take a short? Yes. Everybody got that? All right, let's carry on. Let's move on. So our thought process is he can take any setup that he wants if he feels good about it. This one right here, this is a headshot, and it's not just a headshot on one time frame. He's got multiples coming in here. Now, one of the things I want to check is make sure these aren't too close together. That looks like, oh, okay. I can't really read this because of the resolution here, but I'm concerned. Okay, a little bit of concern here for Neo. Make sure you go back and look. I think this is an 8. Okay, it looks like an 8. I can't really tell if it's. There's definitely some stuff messed up here. Okay, number 1, you see this? This is a 5. Okay, for sure. I can definitely read that. It looks like a 5. This is probably an 8. That's how we normally do, but then that means that this is inaccurate. That looks like a max. That could be a 9. Okay, that's got to be bigger than that. This can't just be 8 and this got to be 9. Okay, you got to go bigger here. Your fractal values are not going to help you out if you're doing 8 and 9. These are too close together. That's why I was surprised to see, okay, wait, you got a headshot here and you also have a headshot here. A little bit strange. You would not have, I can't add this additional confluence because this is just one click up. Okay, you understand what I'm saying here? Hopefully everybody else understands this as well. If you get this, type it down in the comments. If you have any questions about it, ask about it. But the fact that he's got 2 power headshots here, what looks like 2 time frames, be very careful. I just noticed, again, my first critique, that looks like a 9 and this is an 8. You cannot do that. This needs to be like, I don't know, a 12, a 13, something bigger. We went over this in the scale any time frame, so as long as it is a larger multiple of what we've got here, again, I would probably want to go up at least +3 here at a minimum. Okay, so if here you are on if on this one you're on a 5 and this one you're on an 8, this needs to be at least, we're at a +3. Okay, so +3, this is going to be at least an 11, but I might even bump it up one more just because I don't like the weird number right there. I would do a 12. right here for a minimum. And I like the 13s. And again, you guys have followed me for a long time. You guys kind of know how I do it. 13, 15, 18, that kind of stuff. So anyhow, just quick critique on that. Let's carry forward. Let's see how he plays this one out here. But these are special notes that you want to pay attention to. This looks like a nice power headshot. Yes, I would definitely take this one. Doesn't really change it just because of this, although I would probably get some additional information here. And that also means that we might not be getting accurate information for ourselves on this MACV Ultimate either if that's not set properly. So again, quite a few notes here on that, but let's play. Let's see. Going long here on the blue power dot.
Harmonic pattern. Fib dot. Fib dot. NASDAQ on the fib dot. Russell on the 2s.
Very close to stopping out, and it stops out. Okay, so first trade is a loser. No worries. Trade number 1, small loss, and it turns into a red dot. So follow up on that. He could get short right there for a quick one. He leaves it alone, and that's all right. On the left-hand side, first thing I saw right after that is all of a sudden we now have a divergence coming in over here. So I might look for, if I would draw a line right here mentally and look for a 2-try rule, maybe a re-entry to the long side if we break that line again with the confluence coming in here. It's coming in a little bit early. I would have liked to see it right down on these lines. You see those major levels right there. Whoops, right here. You see the levels right there? It would be really cool if that came in right around that spot. I would be looking, if I was going to be re-entering again for something, I want to see something hit those lines and then play. I did notice that this play on the high time frame is kind of wafting out here into the in between those two lines, so probably why this one didn't necessarily quite work. Again, not every trade is going to work. This perfect example right here. Not all power headshots are going to work. Write that down right there, right? You should see this. You'll be practicing these, but he did a good job of stopping out. He didn't try to keep holding this play. He didn't try to force something to happen that wasn't going to happen. So kudos to him for stopping out that trade quickly. I should look at what time of day this is. My only complaint, I wish I could get a higher resolution here, but hey, that's okay. I can't, beggars can't be choosers. I can't really tell what time frame this is. Looks like 9:38-ish, but okay, let's carry on. Let's see if we can tell in the rest of the video. He's recording a 4K screen here, and I'm trying to do this on a 1. It's like literally 4 times the resolution, so pretty, or 4 times diminished, so probably not too great.
Short. Look for a short. Fib dot. Russell on the 2s. Long. Look for a long. Order.
This guy's finger over the buy. Okay, so he is buying over here on RTY. That is an HMD play over here on the right. Let's see if he went long. Yes, he went long. He's got greens. He's got greens, so he's got enough to do so. We're still neutral, so if he wants to take an HMD like this, there's no problem with this at all. If he was going to decide to take that, I would have liked him to, be a little bit closer. I always give this critique a lot. The thing that you can work on is getting in quicker on these. Of course, you're going to have at least 1 tick of slippage oftentimes when you are punching by market. But even with the slippage, you should be a little bit closer to these dots. If you're going to be a dot player, really work on your accuracy. If you're going to react on a dot, you need to quickly go. Write this down. If you're playing dots, okay, the dots, you have got to be quick. Okay. If you don't like being quick, then don't do dot plays. Anything related to dots. Headshots, double dots, HMDs. Leave them alone if you are not getting on them quickly, okay? Or you're going to have to adapt to that and use either a smaller ATM, start all the way down at a tiny ATM if you are always behind on it, because you're going to be swinging at things that are outside your reach because you're so far behind. Another example right here, he is pretty far behind on this. Let's see how it worked out.
Build. Fib dot. NASDAQ on the 5s. Fib dot. Fib dot.
Okay, again, a lot of fidgeting around. He's not fingers over the buttons here. I went over that in the last video. From Monday, Mentorship Monday, like, don't fidget, right? Where is your pay zone? Anything here, you're not getting paid for holding your mouse in this area, okay? This is no-go zone. This is no-go zone. Holding your mouse, hovering around here does nothing for you. Moving your charts around, you do not get paid for any of this. Where do you get paid? Where's the green? Right here, okay? Your mouse should be resting in this zone around the fire buttons, okay? All of the buy market, sell markets, this is where you get paid. All right, we need to stay out of, and I should have made this red, okay? This is the red no-go zone. Everybody get it? I'm reiterating this again, but hopefully if you hear it the second time, hopefully it sinks in. Hover your mouse in the proper location so that you are ready to strike. Okay, some of these reasons why you're a little bit behind. All right, send fib, green dot, inside, red PRZ, MACV, green. Okay, cool. I love it. Again, I know some people who didn't go back and watch the HMD videos. He's got a red box. So some people are like, oh, I don't want to take that because it's a red and it's a green. Those are opposing each other. Remember, this is a power-up zone. Okay. If it's red and I got a directional, sure, I want to take a red dot inside, but we go with the direction of the color of the dot. Go back and watch the HMD video. He did a good job here on this one, taking this as a long. Here we go.
NASDAQ on the wave. Short. Look for a short.
Right here, because I was so far behind, this is the spot where I would be adding to my position right here. See how he's wiggling his mouse around? He's looking for other stuff. Okay, watch his mouse hovering all around. This is a mistake. Okay, this is my critique on this. He's got a trade open here. He doesn't have his mouse over the button, so as this pulls back and gives him a perfect location, right here next to the dot, right there, yellow, boom. You see that? He should be buying right there. Right, that gives him that little. If he really thinks that this is the great play, still want to go with this play, it's still a viable play here. Get bigger on this play so that you're moving your average order entry price closer to the dot where you should have been originally. Right, this play became valid at the dot. Everybody understand that? Right, everybody get that? Right there, it comes back. That is a gift for it to come back in right there. Right now, it's not great that he was behind it to begin with. But still, you're getting a gift right here. This is a place where I'm going to add to my position. And of course, I'll still immediately quickly close if we break behind that dot. It's just how you need to play dots. These are practice things that you need to get good at. Yeah, my other critique is he's waving his mouse all around in these other areas while he should have his finger over the trigger where? Right here or here. Okay. But mainly since he's coming this off of the lower time frame, where does it need to be? Right here. All eyes, 100% right here. Okay. Unless there was already a trade set up somewhere else, you can move your eyes over there. Okay, your eyes, you might want to look over to the left, glance over, but you should not be moving your mouse off of this area. Carry on.
On the ones. J-hook long. Target filled.
Boom, he hits target one. He's moving his target in here. Red dot. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I don't mind him closing out right there, but again, let's talk about how do you make this better, right? That's our whole job here tonight. You do not have to be perfect to be profitable, right? However, we are looking to improve, okay? So, should have gotten closer here. As this came back in, I would have added right here, which means a nice little move from here to here. That's still good money. So I don't think he came away with much. I think he's still in the negative because, again, that was basically became a scout trade for him. Didn't really get anything out of that play here. Didn't make anything out of it. Again, just needs to be played a little bit better. I would recommend rewind this video, or not the video, rewind this market replay, play this again, play this trade again, try to get closer, and then add to your position right here, exit on the red dot completely. Press the close button, okay? You're still over there grabbing targets, dropping them down on it. There's no point in doing that, okay? You guys understand that too? Like the alternate between these two, which one's faster? To grab a tag, drag it down, right? Or click the close button. Obviously, one button, right? One click versus 2 clicks. Okay, listen, I know these things seem small, but that's the point. Be good at the small things. The little small stuff is what's going to separate the wheat from its chaff here, okay? As I see that over there, I do look over here and I'm seeing another one. As we get that extension with the divergence here, I'll be looking for a long play somewhere over here. It looks like we got a double cross opportunity there. If this came back up through there, I would probably try to take this a little bit long here for a target one type of scenario over here, just because high time frame, I've got something over here. I just need something forming to give me that. I've also got king timing right there. I'd be getting long right there on that NQ play. Let's carry on.
Harmonic pattern. Dow Jones on the 2s.
Delta cell building.
Another note from the other night, we talked about this. If you don't have all the data over here, right, this is data not populated. This because he only has 1 day of data loaded. You can do 2 things. On market replay, you can also add the day before. If you're coming in on a weekend, on a Sunday night, go from 1 day to change it to 3 days so that you have the Friday data. Just a note there. Carry on.
Fib dot. NASDAQ on the 8th. Order fib dot.
Okay, double cross, double move to the long side. He's still saying, yep, I got green here, and we're half and half over all the boards, so it's a valid play either direction at this point. He's got complete freedom right now to take any trade setup. He's got the double cross double move. He's got a nice straight leg up into an area, taking this for the long shot. I like the look there. I'm still looking at this one over here. I'm kind of curious if this one ends up working out or not. Now he's got a green dot here as well, plus the divergence. See all this? I see 1, 2, 3 things here. I know this is nice. I hate passing up a double cross double move. I would go with this, but I would also be taking this one at the same time. Carry on.
Order, fit dot, harmonic pattern, Dow Jones, on the 2s.
Okay, a lot of fidgeting. Look how many clicks he just did there. It was like 1, 2, 3. He's moving this around. I'm wondering, he might be on a smaller screen. This is another one of those things. If you're on a 55-inch, okay, do you see how hard it was for him to get that exactly where he wanted it to go? He's fidgeting around with the stops. Okay, I know it's hard to see because we're having to do this on a 1080 here, right? But he's trying to move his stops up here behind the 2 crosses. That's fine. Remember, you don't have to do that. You can always just press the close button, but he's farting around with these instead of doing what? Pressing F8, getting his measurement. He doesn't even know where his target is right now. He hasn't even started to move these out. If this thing takes off, he's going to get these little tiny targets instead of the beautiful, juicy, double cross, double move, big target that he could get out of this play. So let's see how this goes.
Fit dot.
He's now clicked 5 times. I just counted 5 separate clicks there just to get that going. Now he's adjusted the chart. More clicking, more clicking. Is he going to press F8?
Look for
Now he presses F8. Right, there's his measurement. He finally measures out. After all that, he's done 5, 6 some odd clicks. Then he's doing his measurement. Again, this is mechanics, folks. Again, I love that we're getting to do this, but I hate this for him. Okay, he's got a long way to go here. The mechanics here, he's farting around. Again, I always use that term because like you're fidgeting for no reason. You're doing a lot of clicks that are not necessary, right? The things that you should be focusing on, you can't focus on because you're too busy doing the small, little, tiny stuff, okay? Yeah, note to yourself on that. You just leave those be, press the close button if we break down below. Remember, you got 2 try rule as it is, and start working on making sure you know where your target needs to be. You don't know what you're targeting yet, right? You can estimate, right? But these targets right now are way inside. I can just tell. I'm just eyeballing it and I can tell. All right, carry on.
Fit dot, NASDAQ.
I don't know what he's doing here. I mean, he's right clicking and stuff. He's adjusting, he's moving all around. Now he's moving it. Okay, that's way too slow. Look at, what is he doing? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Okay, oh my word. Folks, what are we doing here? Ay. Again, you got to, what are we doing, bro? Bro. What is this? This is not a double cross double move. You're going to put your target right here. Double cross double move is up here. This is a high R play, folks. Get this to yourself. I'm sure he's not the only one doing this. Oh, y'all watch this again. How many clicks are going on with this trade? This is very disappointing, okay? This is very bad. I hope I've taught you better than this. A double cross, double move. You press the button, you enter, you move your targets out, you measure it, you put it there. If it starts to come back and cross underneath, you press the close button. In worst case scenario, you already have your lines drawn for you. You don't even have to draw lines anymore because our crosses automatically draw them out to the right for you. So if price comes back through that, you are just simply that bam, 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 click, click, right there. Or boom, 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 pow, pow. These 2 buttons right here. It really should be where his mouse should be resting and on occasion moving the target up. But this just needs to be practiced. Okay, I can tell this is like somebody, like I'm watching my 5-year-old right now learning how to use a Crayola. Okay, like you guys, if you want to go color something, right, you could do, you know, an adult, we've done colors and crayons and wrote stuff for our whole lives. You can get out there, grab a Crayola, it's no big deal. You're at it, coloring it, boom, go. Right, watching my 5-year-old try to hold a crayon, right, where he's like struggling with the small stuff. This is what it feels like. I'm watching him try to move his targets around. It looks like he's done this for the first time, which tells me he has not done enough market replay. Everybody get that? This should be quick. This should be succinct. This should be fast. This should be boom, 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 decisive. That's the word, decisive, okay? Be decisive in what you're doing. Okay, if you're not being decisive, then you're hesitating, you're doing things wrong. It's going to cost you. Okay, come back, play this again. Don't just let this go, and don't let me just market replay. You know, critique here. Go back and play this day again, and do that double cross right. Okay, carry on.
Delta cell building.
Fit dot, Dow Jones on the 5s.
What's he doing? What are we doing? Okay, he's fixing something. He just said something always on top. Don't know why. Remove all drawing objects. Okay, he's trying to remove drawing objects while he has a play open.
Fib dot. Dow Jones on the wave.
I don't know why.
Fib dot.
Green
Dow
dot,
Jones
add to
on the
position.
2s. Exit.
Okay, we exit here. That's alright.
Look
Green
for
dot
a
break.
short.
Okay, he's immediately getting short on green dot break. Sure, that's about there, but
Delta buy building.
Fib dot. Nasdaq on the 5s.
I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
Harmonic pattern. Dow Jones on the 2s. Harmonic pattern. Nasdaq on the 5s. Fib dot. Nasdaq on the 5s.
Okay. I know why he's doing this, because he feels like he needs to do this, but he's moving his stops behind crosses. But this was a piercer dot, right? This is a dot piercer play that he went and got short on, so he's got to stop out behind a dot. And these should be very, very small stops, folks. Like, if the plays are not going, and I know, like, I could just tell the speed of the market, whatever day this is that he's trading, it's a tough day. Looks like he's on 412 here, but I don't know. I'm kind of curious here. Okay, so my other play over here did not work out, by the way. You see how this trying to break up through this area, it just played all the way through. Nothing happened through any of it, and ultimately comes down. So again, for that one over there that I was talking about before, did not work out. Looks like this ends up going to be a double cross double move. So since as we start to break down, what I want to do is I measure from here to right here, and I project out. That's going to be somewhere down here. And what I want to see is if price gets down there, now what am I looking for when we hit that gold line? The reversal, right? Free 10 bag, right? All right, carry on.
Ready. Harmonic pattern. Nasdaq on the ground.
Okay, adding to position on a red dot, no problem there. If he's going to get short, go for it, go to town on it. He's not feeling very confident in that if he's pushing his targets up that far. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, now he's having to adjust his speakers, all kinds of stuff going on. Okay, so again, a lot of fidgeting, a lot of problems going on here with all of this, and ultimately ends up, you know, this is not going to be good, right? He's getting himself into a hole here with this whole bit, right? Just a lot going on here with it. Again, for me, it would have been the add to position on that green dot to try to get it to the long side as we break through this cross zone. I am adding to position big time right here. This is right on large timing. So we want large timing. We want to target out. I think he already removed his drawing objects. That was one of the things he did there, was removing drawing objects. That's not really necessary, but if you're going to do that, use Control R, like bind Control R to your hotkeys to remove drawing objects. If you just want the clean space, okay. Now again, I know that anybody who's watching this video right now, you gotta understand, you're looking at it at a 1080p. He's looking at it on a 4K screen, and I hope it's like a 55, because that means, you know, this whole giant space is a full 27-inch monitor over here. This is not as small as it feels here on your video, but this is very troublesome, because this double cross double move play is going to get like the opportunity here is going to get kind of wasted, kind of thing. Anyway, it's going to be tough. Let's see. And he doesn't have a target up top to know where he is anymore, because he pulled the drawings. Okay, there's something else wrong with this chart. I don't know if he's using, I hope this isn't my template. There's supposed to be margin space up here. I forget what it is. I think it's 10%, something like this, but it looks like, I don't know, there's something wrong with this chart. There's not enough, there's not enough margin at the top. Also, this feels like it needs to get squeezed in. Anyhow, there's a lot of little things here that we'll adjust as we carry on. But again, double cross, double move. Don't know where the target is, but it looks like it's about to hit. And just sad missed opportunity here. He flipped it, tried to take a piercer. But again, why would you take a piercer, okay, when we got Mac V green? Right, so piercer gets you off the wrong side. You try to make something out of it with the add to position, ultimately ends up being the squeeze to the top. And now you're not prepared for the double cross double move because you removed the drawing. Just, oh, very tough to watch. Okay. Okay, I mean, all this having to fidget around. I don't know why. Again, this is just mechanical stuff. You got to get used to this. If this is you, okay, if you're doing this, and maybe if this is what you guys are doing on some of these, I'm trying to help you out. Stop with all the fidgeting. Stop having to fart around with your charts. Stop trying to have to see things. Get your charts where they need to be and leave them alone. React, press the buttons. None of this action, none of this moving around is going to pay you anything, okay? You're going to get paid to press the buttons. Carry on. Okay, he's having to adjust something there. Did he just change data series? I'm not sure. He's clicking around on everything but what he needs to. So this always annoys me. Right, you see all those little dots that are all over it now? A little white, it's because he's selected the price data. And so now it's all, you didn't need to click anywhere in here. Doesn't, again, don't play with this, but I am noticing that it looks like maybe it's because of the margins. I think one thing to fix this for yourself, I think you might have zeroed out the margins, but you need those margins there. That's what, this should be preventing this. You shouldn't be feeling like you're getting squeezed up to the top or the bottom of your chart if you've got the margins set properly on these charts. So let's look at those to make sure that you're using our templates. Again, this doesn't look like our template, so I'm assuming you may have started to kind of create your own, or you don't like the margins that I set, but they're there for a reason. For this right here. Okay, carry on. Double dot. Okay, double dot play right there. I like it with the delta as well. Looks good. What? Dude, why is price going so far off his screen all the time? You see this? This should not be happening. If you have margins set properly, this will not be happening. Okay, so Neo, I'm gonna look at your settings and see what's going on with your charts. You should have space up there without having to fart around with these. Let's go.
Target filled. NASDAQ on the NASDAQ on the price. NASDAQ on the way. Yes, on the ones.
I see a headshot over there. King timing on NQ. I'd be looking for a long setup right here. Are we still, well, NASDAQ is red. It's going to be tough. I would still give this a shot. Worst case scenario, I'm stopping out with just a couple ticks, but I'm going to be looking for a long right here. Over here to the left, we got that big fat delta. Nice little opportunity shot up here to move up. We are coming back down, but there is now a green headshot on a king timing. Looks like a spot here. Might want to take up, and we've got multiple targets up above us right here. I like this play. Lots of room coming into a king timing. I'll be looking for that little up move there. Worst case scenario, you stop out by a few ticks on that one right there on NQ.
Look for short. Pick off. Russell on the twos. Long. Look for a long. Short. Look for a short. Long. Look for a long. Pick off. Yes. On the way. Harmonic pattern. NASDAQ on the 5.
Goes. Comes up into a red.
Pick off. Russell on the 5. Harmonic pattern. Dow Jones on the twos.
Should go up. Should keep going up. Up. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. And targets filled. So again, you see that over there, right? I mean, that's very nice play right over here. Beautiful stuff all the way up into multiple targets. Now you might say, well, you might have stopped out by a barely tick. Doesn't matter. 2 try rule is a great play opportunity right here off a king, and boom, huge move opportunity right there. Again, delta kind of tells you we've got the shift, we've got the volume imbalance kicked off right here. Great spot. You get the headshot set up on king timing. It does not get any sweeter looking than that right there. You know, you've got your telltale signs right there. Boom, take that shot. Boom, let's go. You know, and you've got green, green, green across the boards, except for right here. And we just happen to shift green at the same time right here. Just a lot of things that tell you that was going to be a great play right there. Okay, so let me look over here. He's got, is this a double cross, double move he went here? That looks like doubles. Yep, very nice. I like it. And this one looks like he's going to score big time on this one, but he might be shy on his contract account.
Good off. Next target filled.
I like it. He also, with this, it is also with Confluence. My nervousness about this, he's short on contracts, but he's on ES. Okay, ES is fine. Again, ES has a little bit more risk, a little bit slower, etc. So I'm not going to fault him on that. I tend to try to tell you guys like avoid ES when at all possible, unless the markets are moving very, very, very fast. So anyway, just speaking those notes out loud so that everybody's kind of catching it as we go along. Looks like we're about to hit target 3 there on that J hook play off of the headshot entry king. Very nice. Boom, boom. Look at that. All 3 targets filled. You see it? Check, check, check. Triple checks. Love it. Okay, then he hits his target up there. I like that. Now, he has an opportunity to potentially, what do I do right here? Oftentimes, I'll try for a quick scalp short here on that gold line when possible, particularly as fast as that moved. I'll try a little scalp back down the other direction for 5 ticks on ES. If it was any other instrument, it would be 10. Carry on.
Good off. Dow Jones on 2 dot. Russell on 2 long. Look Delta cell building. Good off. Nasdaq on the pass. Short. Look for short.
Pink dot coming in over here on NQ. He's got his finger over the cell. He hesitated on it, couldn't take it. Okay.
Dow Jones on 2. Harmonic pattern. Russell on the pass.
He's moving charts around again. Not sure why. Again, there's just so much fidgeting around here, and I really think it has to do with his margins. He has no margins at the top here, so his price keeps running right up into the top. He's also sliding it over to the left all the time. So I'm going to do a video on this. I've seen too much here now. Okay, we got to fix margins, and some of you guys may not even know what those are. These are advanced settings in your charts, but there should be a top side margin. There should be a bottom size margin. Again, it doesn't have to be huge, but it needs to be there. And some margin off on the right so that you've got to be able to see where you're targeting and moving your targets in. There's a lot of little mechanical things here that we can fix here for Neo, no problem.
Delta buy building. Short. Look for short.
Oh, he keeps moving it and then he presses the fix button, and his fix button is working against him. Okay, he just took that very, very quick there, just reaction play on pink dot, red dot, double dot right there. Very nice, hits his target 1.
Harmonic pattern. Nasdaq on 2 dot. Nasdaq on 8.
Okay, he's fixing stuff on the charts again. We really want to kind of try to eliminate a lot of that.
Delta buy building.
He's changing something on the chart again.
Dow Jones on 5. Order filled. Target filled. Dow Jones on
He's hitting the big. There you go. Okay, so he went for the big alpha play up here. Very nice. Pushes down into a king. We got a king alpha. That's very nice. Very nice play. Takes it off at the red dot. Again, that's free money. He was behind on it though because he's just, man, look at all this farting around. Wow. There's so many little things he's messing with. Okay. Look, I hope this is just, you know, he's practicing. I want to see you get better. Okay, Neo, I'm looking forward to your future videos where you're not having to make all these changes, all these color changes and you know, chart changes. We're gonna fix you up here, bro. We're gonna get you going. But all right, let's carry on. Let's see some more here. Okay, what does he keep clicking on here? He keeps setting something to white. Okay. Looked like he's changing the outline of his bars to white, which is fine. I mean, if it's a preference to you, helps you to see it, that's fine. But I keep wondering, I'm like, what does he keep pushing over to? So, okay, so I think he's recording this and he's having to make some adjustments, so that's fine. But, you know, I think I'm stating the obvious here probably at this point. But, you know, get your charts the way you want them and then stick with them. All right, go.
Fib dot, Russell, on the twos. Fib dot, NASDAQ, on the eights. Fib dot,
Okay,
NASDAQ,
he's
fib dot,
changing
NASDAQ,
something
long,
again.
long.
Changing the outline to white.
Dow Jones,
Okay, he
on
wants
the
to change all of his stuff. Looks like he wants to change it all to white. Okay.
Fib dot, NASDAQ, on the fives. Fib dot, NASDAQ, on the fives.
Okay. So he wants his price to stand out a bit. That's perfectly fine. I mean, I kind of like it myself. It's pretty neat. That's pretty cool.
Order filled.
Okay, he says power dot after king timing with histogram green. Why not? Okay, so he's taking a shot at a power dot right here. So king power dot for a little bit. I hope he's on tiny here. Looks like he's on small. Looks like he can move his target in. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not great. But if he likes that blue dot, he should add to position right here.
Harmonic pattern, Russell.
Target
he's so far
filled.
behind on that. Okay. I want to point this out again. Does everybody see what happened right there? I hope you are smelling this. You guys should be screaming at the top of your lungs like I would be right here. Okay. He's moving around, moving all this stuff around. So when the cross shows up, he adds to position, which is good, but he's so far behind it. I mean, he gives up 3-4 ticks because he's farting around. I mean, I guess, like, write it down. Write this. Okay, seriously, put this in your notes because apparently it needs to be said. Stop farting around. Okay, that's a technical term. Stop farting around. What are you doing, Mr. Emini? Okay, stop it. Stop farting around. Stop playing around with your charts. Stop moving other stuff around. You are missing opportunities. Okay, seriously, you are missing opportunities. Burning money. You are literally burning your money. You're burning it. You're just set it on fire. There's literally no point because you want to click around. Okay, stop it. That is just so much given away right there.
Long, look hard, fib dot, short. Harmonic pattern, Dow Jones, short. Look for short.
Order
And
filled.
then ends up having to come back. I mean, there's so much missed right there. All right.
Fib
Not gonna
dot,
beat the dead
NASDAQ.
horse. We got a pink dot coming in there, kind of trying to push it back down. Just yeah, it can happen. But it was a great play to set up, right? Easy 10-15 ticks and turned into tough.
On the fives.
Pay attention to where you rest your mouse. Rest your mouse over buttons, not out in the middle areas.
Fib dot, Russell, on the twos.
It's moving all over the place. And again, here's what I think is happening too. He knows he's being recorded. I'm guilty of this myself. When I know that people are watching, I'm doing things that I probably wouldn't do. Like now, of course, I should work in positives and negatives, right? It should also stop you from doing the bad stuff. But it can also cause you to do a few bad things like, hey guys, look, I'm looking over here. Hey guys, I'm looking over here. Oh, I'm looking at this. Oh, I see that right there. He's just letting you know that he sees all that. That's fine because he's not talking, right? I would rather you mic over though and voice over and say what you're seeing. Okay, and then rest your mouse. Okay, rest your mouse and say, okay, over there on the RTY, I see king timing, and I'll move my mouse over here. Okay, I see that. But I really should be, right? Where am I bouncing my mouse from? I'm going to point it out again. Okay, I'm going to be bouncing my mouse from these two hot zones. Everything else is wasted. Okay, got my mouse here. Okay, hey, I'm looking over here on the NASDAQ. All right, I'm going to be looking here or here. Got my mouse here. Oh, I see something over there on the RTY. Where do I go? There we go. I'm ready to go. Okay, that should take half a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. We're getting it. Let's go.
Fib dot, Dow Jones, on the twos.
Okay, his mouse is right here right now. Now his mouse is here on this chart for some reason.
Long, look for a long. Long, look for a long. Short, look for a short.
Okay, so he's had a period of
Fib dot,
waiting. Okay, so with a period of waiting, what do I want to do? I want to be looking at my MACV. What is the MACV? Across the boards right now, it should be very evident and clear. Greens across the board, right? Anything to the short side should be short and quick. To the long side, these are going to be our better plays. So everything should be hovering over a green button. Carry on.
Russell on the twos. Or harmonic pattern.
Okay, he's going to take a short here, right? He should already know what? He should already know this could be dangerous, right? Could be dangerous. We've got longs favorable across the board, right? MACV is green on all histogram locations, but yes, I see a very juicy double cross, double move opportunity down there with a red dot. Okay, let's see how this plays out.
Jones.
Order filled.
Getting short. He's pushing one target out. Now he's got his fingers over the stops. Look, he's can he do anything with his mouse over the stop like that? Can he do anything? No. It's literally like, oof, it makes me feel so vulnerable when he's doing that. It's like standing out in the open if you're in a first-person shooter, okay? Because you literally can't do anything while you're standing here. You got your mouse out here out in the open. Over here, it's like you got coverage. You can press the close button. You can exit out of the position. Again, tough one. Not recognizing that MACV is all against him on this. If he's going to take this, you know, it's got to be careful. And it's got to go immediately or you got to bail. Moving the stop up and out. Not a good play. We don't even know how far out that is. It ends up taking a big loss. That is a big loss. It's so tough. Okay. I mean, you guys know, right? This is normal stuff. I'm not having to, there's no rocket science to this. You know, you guys know what should be done here. Let me see if I can see it any better like this. No, I can't tell how much he's in the hole here because again, he's at 4K resolution. I can't really see it. That's all right. Carry on.
NASDAQ on the 8s.
But that is such a bad play, right? MACV going against you. I mean, I want to reiterate this again, right? All MACV Ultimate, all of them, all against it. So you're gonna think, oh, but I got this great play. You sure about that? Okay. Again, everything else going against it, even this one. Yeah. So very tough to try to play that, and ends up getting wrecked. And then he brought it back, right? Moving the stop back up. I mean, this is classic mistakes, folks. We don't do that here. I'm trying to eliminate these habits for you. You know, I want to see more people adhering to the rules. So, you know, it's just, this is not an example of what to do, but it's okay. You can learn from both. Learn what not to do. Do not do this. And speaking of piercer plays, I definitely would have wanted to take that more of a piercer scenario than I would of regular here when he took the piercers from before. So if you're going to be Johnny on the spot with the piercers, then,
Harmonic pattern. Dow
you know,
Jones.
learn which ones work, which ones don't. Put them in your head. Going into double king timing over there.
Long. Look for a long.
Lots of king
Harmonic
timings there on
pattern. Dow
NQ.
Jones on the 2s.
Delta cell building.
Okay, he's got a
Fifth
Cypher
off.
Shark there on
Fifth off
YM.
short. Look for a short.
He's just going to take it. He doesn't. I think he's trying to teach with his mouse. Okay, yes. He's showing, right? He's like, okay, cool. I see that. But again, I would rather hear you guys on a microphone and just say, yeah, I see a big red delta coming in on RTY, and then move your mouse over here, right? Hold your finger over the buy button now.
Fifth dot. NASDAQ on the 5s. Fifth dot. ES on the 1s.
Just all over the place.
Harmonic pattern. Dow Jones on the 2s.
Stalk your
dot.
trades.
Yes.
Okay. Listen, stalk trades. Okay. We've talked about this on Mentorship Monday this week. Go put your mouse around the things that are approaching a larger king timing. What are the things right now that are on king timing? Well, ES is up here. Do I want you trading ES? No. Is the market fast enough at this point to be trading ES? I don't think so. So I really wouldn't be going on this one. So we can scratch that one off the list. What are the other ones that are nearing a king timing? Well, this one, we just missed this one up here. Okay, so we can't take that one. This one over here is now approaching large and king zone. You see that? So where is your mouse resting? Take your pick. Either here or here. I wouldn't even give you you know, fault you on being right here. We do have a PRZ crossplay to take a short right here. If you're going to take a short, what do you got to do? Quick, right? Target one. This is a T1 play. This is not a big play. Why? Because we're going against MACV. We know that MACV green across the boards. What we want to see is a big fake out to the short side. Boom, get a wrecking and get an entry point to go to the long side. Those are the ideals right now with everything being green. But if I'm going to take a scalp to the short side, I want reasons to do so. All right, carry on.
On the ones. Fib dot, Dow Jones, on the harmonic pattern, Russell.
Okay, he takes the short on ES. Again, ES, not the one to trade, number one. It looks like he did recognize, I'm not sure, I haven't read this yet. Taking ES for a short. Everything is to the long side. ES is one of those, it's like a Titanic. When it starts going in a direction, it's very difficult for it to move around. Is he on tiny? No, he's also on small. So it sounds like, because he's putting up this warning, that something's about to go very, very drastically wrong here. I can't say I'd be surprised with it. If he's going to take a swing against the ES, this really needs to be on tiny. Take a note of this, okay? On your, if you're going to be trading ES, okay, what's a tiny ATM? We literally have one in there entered in for that. Like the target one is like a 5 tick, the second one is a 10. So just be very careful on this. You know, first start, especially if you're going to go against the MACV. Carry on.
Order.
Yeah, he said, don't do this. Over trading happening. Okay, he's saying that he's on trade number 7. I'm less concerned with the over trading. I'm more concerned with the miss trading, honestly, right now at this point.
Fib dot, NASDAQ, on the Fib dot.
Yeah, a trade is a trade here. That's just mitigating your risk. And if you're in the middle 40 days, you know, I want you to take a lot of clicks. I'm not really faulting anybody when you're doing market replay to do lots of trading. That's good. But you need to be working on, you know, this, you've got very fundamental problems here. Okay, very fundamental stuff. And maybe you're recording this stuff early for me. That's fine. But, you know, there's a lot to critique here, because I just don't think you're, you haven't, I can just tell, you're not comfortable enough in your workspace. It almost feels like, did you just recently get a 55-inch monitor maybe? Like, it just feels like you're very uncomfortable with your space. And this is why I tell you guys that your operating space is important. How you're feeling, what your setup and your layout is, get comfortable with it. You have to get comfortable with it by practicing with it a lot. If you get a new tool, you got to play with it to get used to it. All right, carry on.
Yes, on the freeze. Fib dot, NASDAQ, on the 5s.
I would have liked it if he gave himself a little more critique rather than on the 5 trades and over trading, more that I'm trading ES when Vinny says, hey, it's not really the most ideal and optimal. You've got a YM setup up here that could be traded. You've got NQ that could be traded if you're going to take a short here. Yes, you have the alphas here and alpha and omegas, so that's good. You know, I do like that, but again, this is on the ones, so the ones is the least important time frame for those. I'm tempted to kind of just have people pull those off of the ones. But what is he saying? Red fib dot on the AlgoBar 3s and also on AlgoBar 1s. Okay, this is a dot by itself. Technically this is a king dot, so that's good. But again, it's not a headshot, it's not a double dot, it's not a PRZ, HMD, just there's a lot of things. A little bit nervous about this play.
Fib dot, NASDAQ, on the 8s. Harmonic pattern, Dow Jones, on the 2s. Harmonic pattern, Dow Jones, on the
what is going on? What is he doing? Why are we moving our chart all over the place? I do not know what is going on. Yeah, I'm trying to help out, but there is so much stuff here that is going wrong. For everybody who's watching, I do not teach it like this. I am not teaching people to do this. You do not have to do this. All right, carry on.
2s.
This is hurting
Fib
me.
dot, Dow Jones, on the wave.
Target.
Fib dot, NASDAQ, on the 8s.
Delta buy building.
Not getting paid for any of that, bro. Not getting paid for any of that extra work,
Target
any of that
filled.
moving stuff around. No, now you're bailing out of your position. You're adjusting your targets all over the place. You're not getting paid for any of that extra work.
Long. Look for a long. Fib dot. Nasdaq. On
Moving your
harmonic
charts
pattern.
all
Russell
around. It's not
on
going to look
Tuesday.
any better, bro. Whatever you're doing here, it's not going
Fib
to look any
dot.
better.
Nasdaq on the way.
It's
Fib
not
dot.
going to change
Nasdaq
what's
on
happening with the
Fib
market.
dot.
The market does
Nasdaq on
not
the way.
feel you moving it around.
Fib long. Look for a long.
Come on. Check it out, y'all.
Harmonic pattern.
Okay, there's a red area to add to position. He can't even add to that position right
Target
there
filled.
because he's
Fib
over there
dot.
on the charts
Fib dot.
instead of
Net
over here on the
long. Look
buttons.
for a
You guys
long.
I hope y'all see this, right? He's getting one shot here to add to position. If he
Fib
still
dot.
thinks that the
Nasdaq
short is
on
going to
the
be in
way.
play,
Harmonic
he's
pattern.
in the
Fib dot.
king zone right here.
Harmonic
This is the
pattern.
place
Yes.
to add to that
Harmonic
position if he's
pattern.
going to go.
Delta cell building.
Can't even do it. Oh,
We're gonna get bumpy.
that's going to hurt.
Fib dot. Nasdaq on the fives.
Come on. We're gonna get bumpy.
It's a good reminder to tell everybody though, don't trade against the MACV. Like if there's just one thing that you can just keep
Harmonic
yourself
pattern.
out of a lot of
Dow
trouble.
Jones on the twos.
If the MACV is green across the boards, all four of them, don't take shorts. I mean, you might get paid on a few of them, but it is not worth it in the end.
Fib
It's
dot.
tough.
Nasdaq on the wave.
And all this work he's having to do, all this stuff he's doing right now isn't even good training. He's training himself to do bad things. Y'all realize that, right? Like all this little
Fib dot.
movement that he's trying to do
Nasdaq
now,
on the fives.
he's creating habits in himself right now. Literally creating the
for a
worst
short.
habits in the world. Moving his stops back out of the way, trying to hold into a
Order
position because he didn't want to take
filled.
the
Fib dot.
loss.
Order
And now he's
filled.
adding to a lost position when it's still
Fib
against
dot.
it.
Nasdaq
Not
on the
helping
way.
anything on that. Again, if he's going to bail out early, great, I did talk about that, but I still have a lock-in on how far that can go, and I believe he
Fib dot.
moved his main
Dow
targets
Jones
back
on the fives.
beyond 25 ticks.
Fib dot. Nasdaq on the eights.
Delta cell building.
Oof.
Fib dot. Nasdaq on the five. Long. Look harmonic pattern. Russell on the
Okay.
twos.
Yikes.
dot.
Okay, I
Nasdaq
should
on
have
the
pre-screened this video. This is so bad. Like all we're doing is learning bad habits. You know what though? I think maybe it's helpful for people. I bet he's not the only one doing this. I bet that other people are doing this, have done it. I think, right? And I think we've all been there, right? We've all been in this scenario where you just, oh, I can't go any farther. Oh, it'll eventually come back down. Oh, these are the account blowout days. You cannot do this, folks. I don't teach it this way. This is not what you should be doing. Our system is not designed to do like this. You got to follow the rules if you want to be in this business long term. Now, you know, short term wins here and there, you're going to get it, but don't reinforce these bad habits. It's so bad. This tells you why big delta degree flip coming. Okay, yes, potentially. Yes, now you might be potentially thinking about something like that. But even over here, like there's your biggest delta. Where's the one that was that size? Right? Pretty long time ago, okay? And if you want to go and draw a line across here and go, well, maybe it's going to happen up here, but man, you are taking a lot of heat for that. So anyway, tough trade here. Tough to watch.
Long. Look for a long.
Okay, divergence firing here at the same time with this, so now would be a good opportunity for maybe
dot.
looking
Dow
for a short,
Jones
but we're
on
way
Tuesday.
beyond that. You can't even start to look at a play here now because he's so deep on a play like this, and this still could grind through. It could still nothing,
Fib dot.
nothing
Dow
can
Jones
just
on
stop. You
Tuesday.
should not be trying to stop a train. At the end of the day, you want to ride the train. You don't want to try to stop the train.
Fib dot. Nasdaq on the fives.
When it grinds, no rewinds. Rockerball plays are fast up in a direction, then we can reverse it. This is not fast, this is slow, grindy action. And it continues on. And mind you, I think I'm playing this at
Long. Look for a
1.5
long.
XP,
Delta
1.25.
cell building.
Fib dot.
So I'm even speeding
Look
this
for a
up,
short.
and this is very slow.
Fib dot. Harmonic
major
pattern.
grind.
Yes. On the threes. Fib dot. Nasdaq on the wave. Short. Look for a short. Fib dot. Yes. On the ones. Fib dot. Nasdaq on the eight.
Delta buy building.
All right, this video is coming up on an hour. Let's do this in a part 2. So if you want to see what's about to happen on this one, stay tuned for part 2. Let's cut this one right here. We'll go into part 2. See ya.